discouraged, y'all know how it is when you proclaim something, and then all of a sudden something come and attack it, and you say, oh man, Lord, why? I just told the Lord that I'm ready to do it. I'm going to do this, and all of a sudden the enemy hits me right after my confession. Why? It is an attack of discouragement to make you believe that when you confessed it, it ain't going to possibly happen, and the attack will be. The best way to beat an enemy is to catch him off guard. The best way to defeat an enemy is to catch him off guard. The trick of the enemy is to have you make confession, and then he attacks you, and then you start doubting your confession.
All right.
You start doubting, and let's be truthful, right?
Amen.
You start doubting what you just confessed. And said, Lord, is it going to happen? Are you going to do it? Can I tell you? Now, I don't know how this process is happening in my life, but it's happening. I have some low points and high points and some weak points. Everybody has some fault. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's holier than thou. Nobody's greater than anybody else. Everybody's on this. God sees us all as one. When he calls us to heaven, ain't nobody going to outbeat anybody in the rapture. We're going to all go together. Here's the key to beating the enemy. Profess the word regardless of what happened in your atmosphere. You got to believe it. You got to believe it until it get into your system, into your mind. Because here's the enemy, like I told you. Once you say something, and watch this, we got to learn not to fear. I'm getting to the place now. I ain't said I'm that perfect, but I feel like I'm close to where I believe that anything I ask God, I can look for. Here's the question. How many of you believe, I want to show you something, that anything you ask God for, you can get? How many believe that? No. Talk to me.
If it's His will.
No. The Bible said, ask anything in my name. Here it is. If it's in the Word, you can have it.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? What did he say? He said we will prosper, right? So we can ask him, Lord, help me to prosper. I want to prosper. He said, anything that you ask in my name, you shall receive. Watch this. As long as it line up, here's one thing you know you can get what you want. If it's lining up with the word.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
If what you ask for line up with the word, then you can have it.
That's right.
I don't care what it is.
Amen.
Because God said, not one jot, let's see, nor one tittle. This ain't small enough. You know what one jot and one tittle is? Have y'all ever read that scripture? You got to go back and read it. One jot. How many know what one jot, one tittle is? About the size of a pen head. Not a pen, a pen. It's like a dot. It's like a dot on a sheet of paper. Not one jot nor one tittle shall pass away, which means that whatever you ask, you can receive it as long as it line up. Here it is. Discouragement comes, and this is how the enemy know how to do it. It's when he can attack you after you have heard the first word. Have y'all ever heard the first word and before you got out the church door, it was like something hit you? Bam! What is it after? What is it after, y'all? It sure ain't after us because we flesh. So it's not after this. It has no use for it. The enemy already knows this is going back to dust. Right? Right?
Right.
So what is he after? The word. If he's fighting that crazy about the word, you have to know that the word means something. There's value to the word. Here it is. You got to take it literally as for what it is. Let me ask you this. And I need to see your hands. And I ain't going to have nothing against you. How many believe that God will do what you asked him to do?
Amen.
Okay. Now watch this. I'm not saying, watch this, without doubt now. I'm talking about without doubt. Without doubt. Here's the trick of the enemy. You can have faith. But if he can take you back in your past and show you some stuff that you might start thinking, well, I don't know if I'm worthy. Or I don't know if God will give it to me. You got to eliminate all that. That has to be taken out of your life. Why? Doesn't mean you're weak in faith. It means it's a door that he can use, a tool that he can use to cause you to deny what God has promised you. I'm getting to the point to where now, as I strive, like I say, I ain't perfect. Sometimes me and First Lady I have some deep discussion. Pretty deep. Pretty deep. Sometimes I sing a cappella and she sing a cappella. T sing a cappella. You know, we're. But we're in the process of learning how to sing normal. Touch somebody and tell them we ain't perfect yet.
We ain't perfect yet.
But we got to strive to get there.
That's right.
Can I tell somebody else? Stop beating up on yourself so much. Look at yourself and say, I ain't perfect.
Ain't perfect.
And I ain't telling them that I ain't holier than thou either.